Hi, my name's Matt Aldridge. As part of our B Corp journey looking into 2025 and beyond, I was lucky enough to interview Rachel Jones from Cantori about how they managed to reduce their office's carbon footprint and lower their electricity bills significantly, all with a clever bit of UK tech called ZEUS. I recently spoke to Rachel in their London office. So Rachel, tell me about the problem your company faced with the LED screen installed in the lobby.
So, for a couple of years now, we've had this gorgeous 4K LED screen in the lobby here at Cantori. What we noticed, though, was that at night, when the screen went black, it was still running, kind of warm. You know, you could feel the heat coming off it. We asked building services to look into this, and it became apparent that the standby of LED screens really wasn't standby at all. They installed some electricity monitoring kit on the supply to the screen, and, to everybody's surprise, when the screen was quote-unquote off, it was still consuming 9 or 10% of the daytime electricity from when it was running.
So the screen wasn't really off then?
No, exactly. Speaking to our video guys, every evening at 7 p.m., they just set the screen to play black video. That's all. Just playing black. Apparently this is really common in the industry for overnighting screens. They were under the impression that playing black consumed almost no power, but our readings said otherwise.
They said this was really common practice though?
Apparently so. The same video company works with a lot of LED billboards around London, and apparently, most of them, from midnight until 6 a.m., they're just given the instruction to play black video for those hours.
So from midnight until 6 a.m., all these digital billboards are still consuming, what, 10, 15% of their normal electricity?
Exactly. Now, while I can't speak for these billboard companies, what I could do was fix the problem with our LED screen, and that's where we found this UK company, DigiLED. There's a guy at DigiLED who recognized this problem with LED, and just after COVID, they installed his invention ZEUS at the O2 in East London. We got in touch and asked whether they'd be able to help with our screen problem. One short survey later, and they said yes, they'd love to help.
So what did the survey entail? Seeing if your screen was compatible with ZEUS?
Yeah. One of their engineers came out and inspected the panels of our screen to see if ZEUS could be fitted. They went even further, though. With the electricity logs we had, they were able to predict just how much power and carbon we'd be able to save after 6 or 12 months. The numbers were crazy.
And did the predictions stack up?
We'll get to that, but what the survey revealed was that, just as we feared, every hour of every night when our screen was in standby, it was still burning 14 kilowatt hours of electricity. I mean, that's a decent amount of charge to put into a Tesla. And it was all being wasted.
Huh.
Even worse, though, the guys from DigiLED pointed out that all this heat being generated by the screen, it needed aircon to take it away. They said that for our lobby, there would be double savings from ZEUS, savings on aircon and screen power. It was a win-win.
So was the process of fitting ZEUS to the screen quite easy? Were you out of action for long?
The guys came in one evening and carefully lifted the LED tiles off. A few hours later, and every one of the panels had its own ZEUS node fitted. The nodes were all networked together to this control box, the kind of ZEUS brain that they called a head end. Then it was time to put the LED modules back on. I think the whole process was wrapped up before midnight.
So the next day, people arriving at work were none the wiser.
Most people were none the wiser. Lee, who's in charge of the building's power, was waiting for his ZEUS training the next day like a kid in a candy shop. There's various ways to program ZEUS, but the guys from DigiLED showed us how you can set up an automatic schedule to switch the screen on then off each and every day. Apparently that's exactly what they do at the O2. There's a cloud platform for interfacing ZEUS, but what Lee really wanted to get on with was the API. The Digi guys showed us how to integrate the ZEUS system with the building management system, so, for example, it can be tied in with the fire alarm. When the fire alarm sounds, the screen goes off. When it's canceled, the screen powers up again. I didn't even know ZEUS could do that.
Wow, so there's an API for things like Crestron and AMX. And fire alarms, I guess?
Yep. It's all tech voodoo to me, but Lee quickly got his head around it.
So how about those savings? Has ZEUS delivered all it promised to?
Well, even better, actually. When we look at the CO2 saved from the reduced aircon demand, we've already saved 1.4 tons of carbon. And it's only been running since September.
September, huh? I guess that's, what, 150 days of operation. Has ZEUS been reliable?
Very much so. The guy who invented ZEUS said the components inside will be rock solid until they get to 250,000 switching cycles or more. With one cycle per day, that's 684 years of predicted lifespan. I've got to be honest, Sounds to me like Zeus will way outlast the screen itself with numbers like that.
Wow, 684 years. Not sure we'll be around to see it, but
Huh. Yeah. What we are seeing, though, is real-world electricity savings from Zeus, and with that comes quantifiable carbon savings. These are provable numbers that would stand up in court. It's been a refreshing change to launch a green initiative where the data is real and the benefits can be seen, even under third-party scrutiny. And believe me, when I report these savings to the board, they'd better be real. Zeus saves power in a way that can be measured and reported. The DigiLED guys even have a dashboard where real-time numbers from 8 of their Zeus screens are shown. They're literally climbing by the minute. You must see it.
hey, great. We'll leave a link to it at the end if that's okay. So to wrap this up, what would you say to other ESG officers and people wanting to make a change within their organization?
Look, Zeus is one of those great new inventions that's just so simple, and yet can generate real change for screen owners who are concerned about their carbon footprint. I know DigiLED sell a range of their own screens with Zeus already fitted, but the tech is, it's a real carbon-saving technology that delivers on savings you just can't ignore. I, for one, will be advising the board we need a DigiLED screen with Zeus fitted when we open our next office.
Rachel, thank you for your time and congratulations on the carbon savings so far.
My pleasure.
I look forward to hearing about your next Zeus project one day. While Rachel's Zeus screen is installed at a private office, you too can see Zeus in action almost every day at the O2 in London. DigiLED are currently installing their 10th Zeus screen at the arena, where, as you heard, Zeus has been delivering real-world daily savings since 2022. It's refreshing to hear of a UK tech solution that's making a real impact in the world of energy savings, and it's heading out worldwide too. I wish them luck. So, thank you for listening to this latest story on my road to a greener workplace. I'll leave you with the links to DigiLED Zeus that Rachel mentioned. Until next time, see you.